Hi everyone, I hope you're doing fantastic. It is that time again to set up our bullet journals for the month of September, and it is a special one for me because this month marks exactly 1 year since I started bullet journaling. I cannot believe that it's been a year already, and what's funny is that I still look forward to setting up my monthly layout. And I do have to admit though that some months are a little more tedious than others, but overall it has been this commitment that really escalated my drawing abilities and creativity. So if you just started, don't stress out too much, because the more you do something, the more you'll learn and you'll eventually improve. So to commemorate this 1 year anniversary, and because the majority of you voted in my last Plan With Me video, I am redrawing my very first bullet journal setup, and I've added a story to it, following the beloved bunny as it meets the very first of my characters, the fox. Thank you Skillshare for kindly sponsoring this video and allowing me to create more content for you. I'll tell you more about them later, but if you've been following me, then you know how much I love them as a learning resource. Before we get into this month's setup, I want to take you back to my very first setup that started this whole journey. Some pages are blank as I was trying to find a setup that worked for me, so if you end up with unfinished trackers, it is okay. Also, one thing to note is that I only had 5,000 followers when I posted my first setup, and we're so close to 100,000 right now, and that is just surreal. Thank you for being such a lovely and supportive community, and I love you so much. When I was redrawing the sleeping fox, I actually noticed that my style changed from a little more of a cartoon style to an elegant, semi-realistic illustration style. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but side-by-side comparison, which you'll see at the end, you'll notice the difference. It's as if I grew my drawing style and it became a little more mature. I also noticed that I love to add a bit more color to the spreads, and I don't have the fear of experimenting with different color combinations anymore. So firsthand, I've experienced all of the amazing possibilities when you find the courage to try. For the new sleeping fox, I'm using 4 different colors this time, which I've never done before in my bullet journals, and I thought it was going to look funny, but it looks pretty good, almost like a vintage color scheme. Here I'm using my Zig Blue-Gray for the leaves and stems, my Tombow Pale Yellow 991, and Zig Sand for the yellow flowers, and then the Zig Pale Rose for the pink flowers. For the fox, I use the Zig Sand again to draw on the strokes of the fur, and then use my water brush to smooth out the colors. After everything is dry, I went back in with my 02 and 05 micron to add in the details and give it a little more definition. If you look super closely at my inking, you'll notice that I don't follow my marker lines too much, and that's because I love that imperfect style, giving it a very carefree feel. I'll have the link to all of my supplies down in the description, and I'll also have the link to this full setup as a printable down below as well, so check that out when you can. Just as the flowers take their last breath and the winds carry a slight chill across the lands, the beautiful red fox dreams of a pleasant time where there is an abundance of friendship, happiness, and adventure. Anyone who watches the fox would know how peaceful and even happy she is as she shares a bit of a smile while deep in slumber. The next morning, she wakes to a feeling of something familiar but new at the same time, and notices not only the beautiful last breath of summer, but also the little golden flashes all around her. Somewhat perplexed, she sits up quickly to watch the golden flakes dance in the air, and then boom, she feels a little bit of weight on top of her head, as if something fell on her. What's even more interesting is that she's not afraid at all, and feels this immense emotion of love and connection to whatever it was. I just have to say, even though I've never met you, I dreamed a dream of the beginning of something big, and feel so grateful that you exist. I just had to find you, and I didn't even know if I could, the bunny says, bursting with excitement. The fox smiles in response, yet still pondering if this is real, and why she didn't even remember the bunny. It is odd and magical, isn't it? This feeling of connection that we both have. You are grateful of me, and I have so much belief in you and your journey to come, the fox says. She continues by saying, some things, and actually the most beautiful things in life, can't be explained, but felt. And in this circumstance, it is truly felt and is a blessing. Thank you for finding me and including me as part of your story. The bunny gives the fox a friendly pat on the head as they both dwell in happiness, letting go of their questions and confusion, relishing in the present and believing only the feeling of something beyond logic. This month is dedicated to new beginnings for my journaling journey and also for anyone who is beginning a new school year or a new chapter, whatever that may be. F. Scott Fitzgerald once said, "For what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over." Just as the bunny and the fox begin their journey together, believing not in logic, but on the want of making their dreams come true, I hope that you take every chance to pursue yours. The presence of flowers is proof that summer doesn't want to let go. So for as long as it can, it will deliver its radiance. This is my 3-month calendar spread, with this month larger up top and the next 2 underneath, smaller. It is the exact same spread that I created a year ago, and it's amazing that I still use it today with some slight style changes that make it a little more elegant. With all of its trust in the bunny and the fox wander the mystical forest, guided only by their intuition and the golden flakes. They pass a pair of mushrooms and a pair of birds, one of which is offering the other an olive branch, as the other smiles in acceptance of the apology and gift of friendship. The golden flakes are everywhere now, enveloping the whole forest in a subtle glow of beauty and serenity, illuminating their path. This page can either be used as my video ideas page or a brain dumping page. I'm not quite sure yet, but it has been so nice to have blank pages in my layout so that I can use it for whatever I need as the month goes on. On the bottom of the page is a little reminder that says, "Every day is a chance to change your life." A very true statement about the power we have and the weight of the decisions that we make. Next up is my monthly calendar. This is new and I absolutely love it. After using the full monthly calendar for so long, I realized that I never really fill up the entire spread, only the very important dates. So this is going to keep things a little more tidy and neat, and I also combined my trackers onto this page by adding a key section to the bottom. So for every day that I work on the book or hit my fitness goals, I'll put a little dot in the upper left corner of the box corresponding to the day. This way I can look at the page and see my month planned out and keep track of my progress. On the bottom is also a box for my goals. So this month, actually it'll be August 30th, so not quite September, but my goal is to launch my shop on my website and continue to improve during the month. So in case you missed that, check out new stickers and the new website, all launching officially on August 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern, right before the holiday weekend. I will have a gift and promotion going on, so mark that on your calendars. I had to move the original date back because it was definitely not ready yet, and now it will be for sure. My next goal is to finish preparing for my second craft show. So if you want to meet me on September 9th, which is definitely coming up really soon, you can check out the info in the description. And then lastly, I'd like to finish the first draft of my manuscript for my book this month. If you want to follow the entire journey of the book and see any of the progress that I'm making, join the Blush patrons for exclusive content because I won't be posting this anywhere else except for Patreon. Info and how to sign up also is below, so make sure to check everything out. I'm so excited for it all. As the bunny and the fox continue to follow the radiant flakes, the forest opens up to a magnificent wonder of the moon, made of the last flowers of summer. Its size is beyond anything of this earth, and its beauty is simply breathtaking. Never have I seen such a magnificent scene where the blooms itself turned into the moon that we all long to. Today is clearly a magical moment in time, and I have a feeling it is because of you, little fox, says the bear. The fox, accepting this as its reality and enjoying the moment, plops down beside the bear, making itself comfortable, basking in the newfound yet familiar presence of friendship. The bunny pats the fox on the nose in complete approval and almost like reassurance as the other bunny makes its wishes to the moon. Unbeknownst to anyone, these wishes joyfully sprout from seemingly nothing and blossom into special and unique beginnings to something, might I say, magical. This is my weekly cover page, so on the next page I'll be creating my weeklies as the month goes by, which has been perfect. Underneath this final illustration is a final quote that is true for this whole cycle of our lives. It says, "I'm stronger because I had to be. I'm smarter because of my mistakes, happier because of the sadness I've known, and now wiser because I learned." I hope that you read that one over and over again and remember it by heart, because everything that happens, good or bad, is a learning opportunity, and you have the choice to let it overpower you or empower you to start again, better than you were. Now here is the final flip through. And I have to say, and I probably say this every single month, but this is my favorite spread so far. So side by side wise, I really love this redraw. I wanted to tell the story of my experience going back to something I created a year ago, thanking it for existing, and really show its importance as I continue to pursue my dreams. And overall, the story, the colors, and the spreads, it all turned out just perfect. And since I love to share good finds with you, I've just learned this hack on Procreate to turn drawings into GIFs, animations, without using an animation app or program, which was perfect since I'm already learning to use Procreate, and I wanted to switch up the illustration on my homepage and actually make it move. So this is all thanks to today's wonderful sponsor, Skillshare. I am completely honest when I talk about them. I've learned so much, which allowed me to progress in my work, and there is still so much I want to learn, and I can do all of that through this platform. Real quick, if you haven't heard of Skillshare, it is an online learning platform for creators with more than 22,000 classes, ranging from calligraphy to how to use Photoshop. I learned how to use Procreate using this class, and then now I learned how to animate using this class, something I actually couldn't find anywhere else. So just take a moment to browse their website, check out these classes if you want to learn, and then send them some love for supporting me. Premium memberships start at $10 a month, but for the first 300 people who click the link in the description, you can get 2 months of unlimited learning free without any commitments. I also want to thank my Hello Sweet Bear Blush patrons for generously supporting my work. You are simply wonderful, and I cannot truly express my gratitude for you and for all of the patrons that are supporting my work. If you want to be featured in my videos, check out all the fun links in the description, and join me on Instagram for quick updates and even more creativity. I sincerely hope that this video helped you to start your new beginning with complete determination to conquer your fears, forgive your mistakes and those of others, be brave, and succeed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!